Hey there, folks. For this cold open, if you are very, if you have a weak stomach or you don't like dark humor, I recommend you skip this part completely and head to the intro. All right? So with that being said, viewer discretion is advised.
Alrighty. All right, Mr. Elliott, we are going to be doing this commercial here. Just be natural, read off the script, and what was that?
Just okay.
Yeah,
All
just
right.
be just natural, and you know, just do you. And are you ready?
All right, just
All
like
right.
the script says.
Yeah, that's
right.
the script. Yeah, right there.
Here we go.
Ready?
Yep.
3, 2.
Okay, here we go. A mother, a father, a brother, and a sister, and a dog walk into an agent's talent office. And the talent... Okay, what the hell's going on? And the talent agent says, all right, show me what your act is. So right away, the mother starts undressing the dad, and the dad starts undressing the daughter, and the dog starts undressing the boy. And next thing you know, the mother starts fucking the daughter while the boy is fucking the dog, while the dad is fucking the son. After they all hot and sweaty, good God, and Jesus Christ. After they are done fucking and coming on each other, next thing you know, they start puking all over the floor. Then they start swallowing the puke and then start shitting on the puke they just gurgitated, but then ungurgitated. So now you got a pile of sweat and cum and dog shit and human shit and vomit all on the floor. Next thing you know, they get all on 4 knees and they start gulping it down the hatch just to shit it out. Well, and then after that, good God, man. And then they start jerking off each other in a whole circle jerk. So the mother starts jerking off the son, and the son's jerking off the dad, and the daughter's jerking off the dog. So now you got a big pile, and next thing you know, they just start good God, they start butt fucking each other. I don't even know, goddamn, they start... Is this for real? They start anally fisting each other, and so now there's blood on the floor and cum and jizz and everything, and dog feces and human feces, and they decide, hell, what the hell? Let's go for another round. So they all get on all on their knees, and they start eating this, and then they start clipping their toenails, adding more into this. So now you got blood and cum and dog feces and human feces and sweat. That's right, sweat. All on there, and they start just chowing down on this. And after all the grotesque things they've done and did right in front of that talent agent, they all get up. And the talent agent goes, huh, that's an interesting act you got there. What do you call that? And they all take a bow and they all say, we're the Aristocrats. And that's what it feels like to drive a Ford F-150. Hi there, everybody, and this was about an hour with Cisco
And Josh.
If you did not hear that cold open, I suggest you don't worry. We'll probably never do anything again. It was just a thought. And we decided to run with it.
Yeah, that was hot.
Did you like that?
I did, yeah.
It's that joke is so, you can hear people say it and they're so detailed and keep track of it, but it's so hard to keep track of like
how much
4 people and a dog and then who does what to who. And it's not as easy unless you write it down.
And the father's fucking the daughter, and the son's fucking the mother, and the dog's fucking everybody, and
it's a shit show. Should we begin?
Yeah, let's get into it.
Yeah. So this happened, I think last week or this week. Well, last weekend. Up by where we used to grow up. Did you hear about the guy who ran over like 9 cyclists?
I don't think so. No.
No. So pretty much there was a. Hold on. So they got hit by a pickup truck on Saturday, and pretty much 2 cyclists died. Trying to hear. I'm trying to figure. So there was 90 people ended up getting hit, with 11 going to the hospital, and 2 dying.
This is in Phoenix, or
no? This was in Goodyear. Oh, this is on the bridge, I think, is what I heard.
The bridge, like Cotton Lane Bridge.
Yeah, the Cotton Lane or the Estrella one.
Holy shit!
So pretty much, I'm trying to figure out what the hell happened here, but so he's getting he's on 20 charges, including 2 manslaughter counts, and I guess the guy told investigators that he smoked marijuana 11 hours before the crash. So that's
obviously just a cop out.
And so they took blood. So cops took blood samples. They're waiting on results. Here's the deal, and so here's from my understanding what I also heard. I'm just going off, so take everything when I say with a pinch of salt as always. So I'm also under the weather, so now I'm not even doing a Sam Elliott voice. It just feels like I'm doing it, but it's not.
Right.
Anywho, from my understanding, there was a long line because bicyclists can't stay in their fucking lane.
Okay.
Right? So they take the whole road. If you live here, you fucking know. And I'm assuming this guy was in a hurry or high, and pretty much decided to go around this car that was in front of him that was going stupidly slow.
Okay.
Was unaware that there was bicyclists just hogging up the road. And pretty much, long story short, he went around and then hit all these bicyclists. That's from what I read on some things.
Okay.
But now, obviously, he killed 2 people, so now he's fucked.
Right. Like, especially if it was a situation where you shouldn't be passing in this area. Like, I know that there's like the road splits into 2 lanes. On one going like north, one going south, type of thing. But then it goes back to 1 lane at some point. So maybe like he was trying to get around this guy because he's going super slow, and then he went to like the right and like hit all the bicyclists. I guess maybe they should be riding the opposite way or the same way though. So I mean, like,
well, my
he
thing
would have
is
been hitting them like that. I don't know.
Domino effect.
Yeah.
Well, my thing is like you have a fucking bike lane. You can fit. Maybe like stand in a fucking row and stay in your fucking lane, dude. But no, let's hog up the road.
I have seen some dumb shit with bicyclists, not like personally, but like videos.
Yeah.
Whenever there's like more than like 15 of them, usually they can't see like ahead of them because there's a bunch of bicyclists in front of them.
Right.
So the bicyclists will like the first person knows that there's a car there, right? Even if it's like standing still. But like usually there's like the person that knows there's a car there, so he goes around it. But then like there's a little bit of like, a difference to the left or the right of that person, and then it just keeps cascading. So it's like an inch to the left, and it just keeps going. And you don't see the car because you're behind someone's ass, right in front of you, and you're not standing up. You're doing this, right. So what ends up happening is you're just not paying attention, and then like it's kind of like lemmings, just like I'm gonna follow this guy because obviously he's going straight and nothing can go wrong, and then someone just barely misses it and they go, oh shit, and they go back, and then the person that is to the left of them hits the car, next person hits the car, next person hits the car. So like I'm not gonna say that bicyclists are stupid. But
they kind of are.
When they're in large groups, it's hard to like.
Bicyclists. Is that why you're trying not to offend them?
Huh? No. I'm just saying, like, I'm aware of like what they can see, but I'm also aware of like how stupid they act on the road, because when there's a lot of them, they act like they're motorcyclists or something.
Yeah, they act like they own the road.
We're in a gang and we're gonna ride our
you're in a neon
bikes.
Jumpsuit, bro.
Yeah, we're gonna ride our bikes in the middle of the road because there's a lot of us, and it's like that's not legal. Like, you can't do that. You can ride in the bike lane, and that's what it's there for. So I mean, if it were taking up the entire road, I could see it being an accident. But he had 11 people. That's a lot.
Quite a lot. Hey, let's get this out of the way. This Alex Murdaugh, have you looked into this?
No, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Okay, well, I didn't know about it, but it's I guess I can kind of read this article. So the judge in the Alex Murdaugh murder trial has passed his sentence a day after a jury convicted the disbarred low-country attorney of murdering his wife and son. So Murdaugh was 54, or will spend the rest of his life in prison for the June 7, 2021 shooting death of his 52-year-old Maggie Murdaugh and their youngest son, 22 years old. Judge Clifton Newman sentenced Murdaugh to 2 life terms to be served consecutively. Well, I'm trying to figure out what this is, because to me, there's like big hype about this, but I don't know what's going on here.
Is it the
remorse for this.
What's it called? The death penalty thing that Katie Hobbs was like not wanting to push forward? Are you talking about that?
I'm trying. I wish I knew what the fuck this was about. I keep hearing about it, but I wish there was a backstory. I'm not. Haven't caught up with this at all. Wow. Way to be bad journalist.
I read the Asian news.
Well, who knows? But he's facing 30 years to life in prison for each of 2 murders. I wish there was like a story back to this. Oh well. He's going to jail.
Okay.
Well, that was a failure.
Great. I mean,
sure.
You murdered your family. You deserve to pay for that, you know?
Right. So here's something that hits us locally. But the Arizona Senate, you can get riled up for this one. The Arizona Senate has advanced a bill that could save you money every time you go to the grocery store. But moving forward, the future of the bill is shaping up to be a major partition fight. So all 16 Republican senators voted in favor of Senate Bill 1063, eliminating food taxes in Arizona.
There isn't any food. Oh, wait, are you talking about
none of the Democratic senators voted for it. We're eliminating this tax on people so that they'll have a little bit more money to put food on the table and gas in the tank of their car. Senate President Warren Peterson, Republican, said. Peterson says says no food taxes could mean $50 to $100 a month of savings for Arizonans, so he was surprised that not a single Democrat voted in favor of Senate Bill 1063. They have said that they want to help with inflation relief and provide relief, he said, so I think that's a disappointment. So according to Arizona League of Cities and Towns, 70 to 91 cities and towns in our state currently have a food tax. Okay. Bigger cities like Phoenix and Tucson do not.
Yeah.
But Leagues of Cities and Towns Executive Director Tom Bell says these taxes are a big deal for smaller communities. Quote, for some communities, that's the only real retail item they have, end quote, Bell said. Bell specifically pointed out Taylor, a town of little over 4,000 people in Navajo County, where the food tax is 35% of their general fund budget. Quote,
35 fucking percent.
Jesus. Quote, the city will have to find another way to make up that revenue, end quote, he said. It's either going to be in the form of a higher property tax, it's going to be in the form of a higher sales tax rate, end quote. Bell suggests providing a one-time rebate to Arizonans to help them without getting rid of the tax. But Peterson says that's not the best way to take advantage of a budget surplus. Quote, their arguments have basically been, we need to take care of the government. What? Their argument have basically been, we need to take care of government. I wasn't elected to take care of government, Peterson said. I was elected to take care of the citizens and take care of the people. So Senate Bill 1063 now moves to the House at Governor Katie Hobbs' press conference today. She said she continues to be concerned about the impact getting rid of the food tax could have on cities and public safety budgets.
I got a lot to say about
That's fine. You can go because I don't got a lot today. There's like maybe 3 more articles, but it's not a lot to talk about.
So I'm sure we all know how taxes work and why there are taxes. You know, it's meant for, you know, public transportation and construction on new roads and just, you know, public stuff. It's supposed to go, the money that they take from you off of your paychecks and all that other shit is supposed to go back into your local community. And that's kind of the point. Now, as far as food tax is concerned, I was unaware that that wasn't a statewide thing to begin with. And then you said 35% in Taylor, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, like that's a shitload. Like, imagine going to the store.
Well, let me
and hang on, wait. Imagine going to the store and buying, I don't know, a chicken for $10, like a cooked rotisserie,
Right.
you're not paying $10. You're paying like almost $14 for that chicken. That's a shitload, you know? And when I go to the store, I pick up an orange, I pay for that orange, and that's it. That's all I pay for because I'm in Phoenix. But the reason that it's so surprising to me, let me back up. The reason that tax is so high for that city is because their taxes are probably lower for everything else. And that's how it works for Phoenix. There's a shitload of people in Phoenix, like millions of people, right?
Right.
So, yeah, there's a lot more things that need to get constructed and like new highways, freeways, that type of stuff. But since there are more people to pay for that stuff, they don't have to charge us out the ass for things. Obviously, property taxes, obviously, also other stuff, but there are millions of people to help pay for that. In Taylor, there's only a population of 4,000 people. If they need a new road constructed, that's probably a shitload of money because asphalt isn't cheap. I mean, you work in that type of business, you know that type of stuff. Labor isn't cheap and all other shit. Imagine having to repave a 10-mile stretch of road or something like that.
Right.
That's not cheap, and that will come out of the pockets of all the people there. So like, hey,
when they're just trying to eat, right?
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, if they don't tax you that 35% for food, let's just say they wipe out taxes entirely for food for the entire state, they're going to charge you more for everything else. That's electricity, that's water, that's sewer trash, that's gas, that's everything. And they're just going to kind of quietly say, they're going to say, oh, no taxes for food anymore. Go get your $10 rotisserie chicken. And they're going to say like, I mean, we still need you to pay the taxes. So just, let me just work that.
Fuck you over.
Let me just work that into your other necessities because you can't do anything about that. I mean, property tax is a property tax. It's going to change based off the laws. You can't change that. So
I have the list here.
What?
Grocery food taxes. Check to see if your city has grocery tax.
Oh, in Arizona?
So name me any town. I'll tell you right now.
Strawberry.
So that's way to be random. Where are you? How do you spell strawberry?
You don't know how to spell strawberry?
S-T-R-A, right?
Yeah, S-T-R-A-W. Straw.
It's not in here.
Strawberry's not in there?
Give me another one.
Are they only mentioning towns with like a certain population?
No, they're naming everybody. So Mesa, Tucson, and Phoenix don't have nothing.
Mesa's its own city?
Well, yeah, Mesa's its own city.
Well, I mean, obviously there's like Tempe and like Chandler and Gilbert and shit like that. I just figured.
Well, Chandler, since you mentioned Chandler, and then we can go to Gilbert.
Yeah.
So Chandler on food tax has 1.50%.
Really?
And their percent of city revenue is 5.7%. So which one was it? You said Chandler? You said Gilbert?
Yeah, Gilbert. I was under the understanding.
Gilbert is 1.50% on food tax. Sorry. And then revenue for city or percentage of city revenue is 10 point.
Okay, where'd it
go?
Let me specify first, really fast.
Sure.
Are you referring to fast food tax? Like when you go to the like McDonald's and they charge you a tax?
If it's food, they'll tax you for it.
Well, okay, so my understanding was that they charge you for the food preparation tax, not the actual food. So they're saying
everywhere you go, there'll be a tax of that. That's what they're taxing you on. So
this is what I'm saying. If you go to the store and you buy a pack of water for like $2.50, they're not going to charge you on that. In at least in Phoenix, I don't know about all the other shit.
Tax you somewhere in the other cities.
Maybe in the other cities, yeah. But I'm talking about restaurant type stuff where there's somebody serving you or somebody making the food.
I literally said groceries.
And handing it to you out the window.
Grocery food taxes.
Grocery food taxes.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's all it's changing?
Yeah. Well, these are the numbers right here. So for food tax, here, let me see here. I just go name me here. I'll go down the list.
It has to do with like a sales tax.
So in Mammoth, it's 4% food tax. I didn't even know we had a place called Mammoth.
There's tons of cities and
the percentage of city revenue is 14.8%. 18.5% is the percentage of city revenue in Safford.
Yeah, but
obviously
like I said,
Taylor was 35.
Phoenix doesn't have to charge you for food because I mean, yes, that's a lot of stuff, but they just charge you for everything else, and it's just worked into your monthly stuff, like rent, for example. If you rent an apartment, there's always like local property taxes, that type of shit that you end up paying for in your bill, in your rent. So,
gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, moving on.
Okay.
So, well, you know what? I'm gonna come back to that one.
Okay.
Nah, you know what? It's this one and another one, then we can go to videos. Where are we at on time?
20 minutes.
Wow. We are not gonna have a long show today. There's just not much.
Well, that's fine. I mean, like, the last couple episodes have been long as shit.
We can make this a talking point, but every time I want to make a talking point, you go all over the
fucking take over.
No, you just don't. I don't know. You confuse yourself like the last one. It's okay. We'll manage. So, okay. So a Chick-fil-A restaurant in Pennsylvania.
It just cuts off. It's still funny.
It still cuts off?
A little bit. Like, not as bad as last time.
Play it again. Oh my god, it does.
Yeah, I mean, when I edited the soundbite, I just kind of made it trail off more. So like it starts with the laughter, like how it should, and then I edited it in Audacity and took like the laughing track and kind of made it quieter and quieter and quieter, so it faded out better. Before, it kept the same volume the whole way through, and then when it stopped, it was really loud, and then it got really quiet. So.
Well,
I mean,
so a Chick-fil-A restaurant in Pennsylvania is no longer allowing teenagers in there no more.
In like to buy stuff?
Yeah. So a Chick-fil-A restaurant in Pennsylvania announced it would no longer allow children and teens under 16 to dine there without supervision.
Dine and dash, huh?
Well, no. So they made the decision after groups of young people have often been loud, used explicit language, because, you know, Chick-fil-A's Christian.
Right, fuck them.
Mistreated property and disrespected employees. So I guess they posted it. So the management had contemplated long and hard, but decided it was time to institute the ban. This is a quote. "Parents, we are not blaming you," end quote. It stated. "Children and teens are learning to navigate the world free from supervision and often push the boundaries. We simply can't let them push those boundaries anymore at our restaurant. We encourage you to talk to your children and ask about behaviors they have seen and perhaps participated in." That was end quote. They said at least part of the issue stemmed from children and teens being dropped off at a nearby bounce park for hours, with groups of them coming from there to the restaurant. So people under 16 will still be allowed to order food to go, but they just can't stay there. So those unaccompanied children and teens that have visited us...
On a what?
Unaccompanied?
Okay. Party.
Fuck off. Anywho, to those unaccompanied children and teens that have visited us and acted appropriately, we thank you. But we also apologize due to the numerous extreme behaviors of many of your peers. We must make a blanket rule covering anyone under the age of 16.
So,
I think that's fair.
So
I think that's fair.
There could be legal issues with that. And let me just hang on.
What is wrong with that?
No. Like let me explain because it's a little bit more in depth than just the face value of not letting people under the age of 16 eat there. So discrimination, right? That's like race, sex, age, that type of stuff.
Sure.
That is something protected under laws, like actual laws, state laws, federal laws, that type of stuff.
Okay.
If you assume someone's age and you say that you can't eat there, what if an older person, like a 20-year-old, there's a lot of like women that are 20 and they look like they're fucking 15 or something like that because they put on like makeup to make them like really young.
Yeah, and they're midgets.
If they walk in and they say, "I want to order and eat here," and they tell her no because she looks like she's 16, then what happens? You know, because at that point that's
ID
age
and says,
discrimination.
"I'm sorry, you look
now,
very young."
There is protections for business owners, and they have the right to refuse service to anybody, right? And that's kind of like a blanket. I don't want to deal with you, get out type of thing. Now you can review them and be like, hey, they're being racist or they're being sexist or whatever. But
but I don't think we're dealing with that kind of discrimination. I think, in all honesty, we're dealing with teenagers that are trying to be little badasses. And they'll fuck up shit because.
I agree. Like I saw them all the time at Taco Bell and McDonald's and shit. It's fucking annoying.
I mean, if Chick-fil-A's saying no, we're not gonna have that today. Get the fuck out.
Now, what they should have done instead of discriminating against a specific age group is say we won't tolerate the way that you're acting, right? Like if you come in here and you start yelling and shit, you will be removed from the premises.
No, man.
That would be more fair because if you're gonna assume someone's age,
the way I see it,
then like I could walk in there if I shaved off my beard and my mustache and like put on a little bit of makeup, make myself look young.
That's the closest you're gonna get to young.
Huh?
You're gonna look 20. They won't question you.
Well, if I made myself look young.
You teenagers can't fucking behave, then you can't be here alone because obviously alone you can't behave.
Right.
So if you're gonna want Chick-fil-A, you gotta bring your mommy and your fucking daddy because obviously you guys can't behave on your own.
Okay.
I think that's pretty fair, is it not? I mean,
it's the behavioral part.
One bad apple ruined for the whole bunch.
Imagine you didn't act like a total asshat.
No,
when you were
and
16
I'm
years
with
old.
you on that one. If you notice, I feel kids are getting a lot worse.
Oh, they are. They're
more
absolutely
rebellious in a wrong way.
Yeah.
So
this
is what it is. We weren't like that. We were goofballs. I'll admit it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But we were respectful. If we walked into a restaurant, we didn't start yelling.
We didn't make asses out of ourselves. Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? So no. So that's why that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
It's like you kids fucked yourselves over. Now you got to bring in mommy and daddy because you couldn't behave yourselves. Mm-hmm. And Chick-fil-A's not going to have any of that. And I think that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. Like, it ruins it for the like little bit of respectful fucking Gen Zers or whatever the next generation is. But it's all those idiots that fucked it up that just couldn't behave because they wanted to be the Logan Pauls and all these other fucking interweb guys.
What's his name?
Jake Paul?
No. The guy that like he's like balding and he's like currently in prison in a different country because he was trafficking women. Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
Like all these little kids are listening to Andrew Tate and trying to act like Andrew Tate, and they're making assholes out of themselves because they think they're cool for some fucking reason.
Here's the deal.
And by the way, did you hear he has cancer? Apparently, he has lung cancer.
I heard Greta Thunberg like roasted him like a couple months ago.
They were having a little cute little thing, but Andrew Tate apparently like reportedly he has lung cancer, and a lot of people are like good. Yeah. Like because and the reason it sounds evil and gross because you're saying good, you have cancer, but you look at his post history from like a year ago, and he was trying to make a parent whose child has some type of debilitating disease beg for money. Like he said, if you ask me nicely and you say, please help me, that type of shit, then I'll donate to your cause. And it's like, what an asshole thing to do. He also said, how does it feel knowing that this treatment costs less than my 5 exotic cars or some shit?
Who is this man?
Andrew Tate?
Yeah, I never heard of him. I just heard of him with the Greta Thunberg thing. I never heard of him in my life.
He's been around for...
Who is he? Is he a sports guy?
No, he's like... I think he's like some type of podcaster. He's known well in like the toxic masculinity community because he just represents himself as, I'm this big macho man and I can get pussy whenever I want and I'm the coolest motherfucker around. Huh?
Is he good looking?
No, he's ugly. He's got a gross looking nose.
Look it up.
He's balding. Okay, yeah, I'll look it up.
Yeah, look it up.
Yeah, like in my opinion, he's kind of like the opposite of what you would want to be. He looks like a fake alpha, man, that type of thing.
What is a fake alpha man?
Oh, and I like calling him Andrew Taint because
What's an alpha man, Josh?
That's see, look at him. This ugly motherfucker.
Can you go to pictures? Well, no, go to gallery. Go to pictures. I don't want to see fucking an article.
Yeah, look at his head.
Him,
like, ugh. He's balding up here. Apparently, he's
buff.
Oh, look, this is a good one. This gets like
he looks like a smart
he has
man.
no chin. His nose is weird.
Well, yes, man.
Yeah, like he's not an attractive person in my opinion.
I mean, he's not hideous.
He's not hideous, but he's not attractive. Yeah, look at it here.
He's pretty buff though.
This is him getting arrested.
Is he Russian or something?
No, he's American, but he was visiting in like some European like Eastern European country, not Ukraine, and he was what was he doing? He was like bragging that he, or at least he insinuated that he participated.
Let me guess.
in
You got all of this out of Reddit.
No. He said it in the country. He was like he was insinuating that he traffics women. So the country the country decided we're going to investigate you. So they took him into custody, and they keep extending his custody. The United States can't do that because there's laws, pertaining to that stuff. But this is a different country, so you can't just walk around and say that I.
What has he said about like this masculine? I'm just trying to see like how bad is it?
Okay,
that he says?
So there's too much stuff.
People are too weak and sensitive mentally. So I'm pretty sure if he said something really stupid that you were like, well, that's not, people just overboard that shit.
So okay, here it is. This is what I was referencing earlier, huh?
Say he was a boxer?
No, he's just an idiot. Let me see if I can find.
I don't even, like I said, who's these kids, man? Listen to anybody and everything. Here, just go through those Google images. They're right there.
No, but I need this picture specifically.
Well, just zoom in.
I need to open it. I need to find it. That's the problem. That's what I'm saying.
Open image in a new tab.
Open image. There you go. Okay, that'll work. Okay. All right, that works. All right, cool. So read it yourself or have a literate friend help you. SDR surgery. I don't know what that is, but this kid has some type of debilitating disease. Then Andrew Tate goes, do you feel like a failure that the amount you need to help your own son is less than a quarter that I spent on my 5 cars?
Wow.
Right off the bat, comes off as a cunt. And then he says, I will help you if you ask.
That's a little weird. And
then he goes, it's nothing to me. Your comic books have failed, but I am a success. Ask nicely and I'll save your son. Like,
wow.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm looking at this like picture, and it's like, what are you doing? And,
he looks like a boxer.
He has like a full head of hair. So it's like, when's the last time you updated your picture?
Is there another one? I want to see these machismo things you were talking alpha male bullshit.
Oh, just like look at him. Look at the way he stands. Okay, so apparently he's a kickboxer.
He literally looks like he's off of Fast and the Furious. He looks like Pitbull.
Yeah, and he thinks of himself as some type of like alpha male. Like, I can get anything, everyone that I want.
You're not giving me any good examples right now.
But this is him getting taken to custody. I think this is him getting taken to custody. He said this, apparently. This was like maybe earlier.
Did you get all your information out of Reddit?
This isn't Reddit.
Wow, you're so credible.
This is Twitter.
Uh-huh.
But anyways, and then he starts posting these things.
I was made for battle, a warrior of the light. My enemies hope to attack me with lies. They try to destroy the family unit. They try to silence any loud oppositions. I refuse to leave fellow men in the dark. Someone needs to show them the light. Who better than Tate? God is on our side, so the Matrix will not win. Inshallah?
I don't know. But it's all that you are poor. You are unimportant. Men do not fear you. Your women disagree with you. Your lives are shit.
If I was forced to endure a year of your life, it would be the worst level of depression imaginable. Well, yeah. Is he talking about like a certain type of people? Well, yeah. Poor.
No, he's just talking about anybody because he thinks that he's better than everybody. That's what I mean. He's like the definition of toxic masculinity.
What is toxic masculinity, Josh?
It's basically when you represent yourself or you think of yourself as this amazing person that can just do anything in the world.
That makes no sense
but you're actually a giant undiagnosed narcissist, and you don't know how to cooperate with people or get in your own lane.
I don't think that explains toxic masculinity at all.
I mean, I can look up the definition.
Yeah, sure. Let's do that because it just sounds like selfish and narcissist is what you explained to me.
Toxic.
You didn't really explain what toxic masculinity is.
I spelled that wrong, but...
What is toxic masculinity? Is an attitude or a set of social guidelines stereotypically associated with manliness They often have a negative impact on men, women, and society in general. The term toxic masculinity isn't meant to imply that the idea of masculinity itself is inherently bad. Can I get examples of this?
What is considered toxic masculinity? I'll read this one. Toxic masculinity is a term that has been gaining traction in the past few years. This term refers to the dominant form of masculinity, wherein men use dominance, violence, and control to assert their power and authority. This is something that you would see in a sales.
Like beat a woman? Is that like beating women?
That could be one of them. It's not necessarily one.
I want examples here.
Well, I'll give you an example. I'll have to stand up for this one.
Okay.
You're a piece of shit. I'm better than you, and you better like it.
That's toxic masculinity?
Doing it to anybody.
That makes no... Your mic cut off.
Yeah, I know. I pressed
it makes no sense. That's just talking shit. That's just me. I can come back with a better thing and just degrade you right there.
And then you'd be in a pissing match, and that's just toxic masculinity back and forth. That's what it is.
No, that just means...
Just being just like, I just took a bunch of steroids, and now I'm just going to yell at you. Or even, like, physically assault you sometimes. I mean, we don't have time to go over the whole thing, but like
nothing else going on.
This one's toxic. There's toxic femininity too.
I just don't understand. Here we go.
Top 10 masculinity behaviors. Toxic masculinity behaviors. Being stoic.
What's stoic?
Stoic is like holier than thou art. I'm on my high horse and no one can get me down.
Okay.
Promiscuous, you know what promiscuous is.
What is it?
Just being like, just getting with women all the time, regardless of if you're in a relationship or not. Trying to what's the word? Dominate as many women as you can.
Wow.
Championing heterosexuality as the unalterable norm.
What?
Meaning, if you are not heterosexual, then you are a lower life form. Being violent, being dominant, sexual aggression towards women. I'm gonna grab her by the pussy.
Like grab them and rape them, or what?
That too. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Not displaying emotion.
That makes no sense at all. But okay.
Not being a feminist ally. I don't know about that one.
I would say
I'm not a feminist ally. I will never say I'm a feminist.
Their own. I don't think that has to.
I'm not a feminist ally because a lot of self-proclaimed feminists are actually working against feminists.
You are.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Anyways.
Yeah,
they have some good things to say, but they've also kind of put themselves in a hole.
They degrade like men so much, and it's
like the queer community. It's like you're not making it better for yourself. But anyways,
we support women, but we won't watch the WNBA.
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting.
I mean, I don't watch the NBA anyways, so it's not like it's not like I'm going out of my way to not support women. It's like, but anyways, so he's just some dude who thinks he's better than everybody, and he's a toxic person in general.
Sure.
That type of stuff. So, yeah.
Corner Reddit.
And he also got in a pissing match with Greta Thunberg about, like...
Yeah, small dick energy or something.
Oh, my... He said, like, some comment to her saying, like... Oh, the gasoline that I used to get to this location, kind of made your protest null. Ha ha ha. Being a child, basically, and it's like.
Yeah, well,
but anyways, he has cancer, lung cancer. Wow. That if untreated, lung cancer can typically kill you within a year.
Wow.
But you could last up to 3 years if you're like really careful.
How old is he?
He looks like he's in his mid-40s.
Really?
Yeah, he's going through his midlife crisis. He's a scared little boy, and he just doesn't want to admit it. That's how most toxic masculinities happen.
What are you?
Huh?
Never mind. Are you a scared little boy too?
Am I? No, I'm content with my life and my masculinity. I'm my sexuality. He may not be. He may actually be bisexual because he does like dominating in general. So he could be like, ooh, men. I want to dominate another man because
what?
there's something. It has to do with like the way that you're raised with that type of stuff. Because he's a toxic. He didn't just learn how to be toxic. This has been going for a while.
Okay.
And I think that maybe he might be sexually confused.
Okay.
Personally. But anyways. And he's also short. He's also a short man. He's like 5'10", I think.
Oh, good for him.
Or maybe 5'9".
He's 5'10". What are you talking about? I'm like 5'11". You calling me short?
Andrew Tate. Hang on. Andrew Taint.
Mean? Is he really put
Yeah, I didn't know what to call it because that disease.
Grow the fuck mean.
Let's go height. He is
30.
192 centimeters. So that's what is that?
That's his reach.
192 divided by 2.5.
That's his reach.
Oh shit.
His height is 1.90 meters.
Oh, 1.9. So almost 2 meters. I don't know fucking metric system.
Just go to all. It's got to tell you on Wikipedia or something if he was a fighter.
Oh, I'm in images still. What the fuck? Oh, he's 6'3". Oh, I thought he was short.
Wow, what a midget.
He looked short in his pictures.
Who told you that one? Discord
in his pictures, he looks. Oh, he's 36.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Martial art kickboxing. Yeah. That's cute, though. Oh, he raps.
Can we listen to one of his raps?
Fucking idiot.
Let's listen to his raps.
No, it's like... And the reason that a lot of people hate Andrew Tate, it's not just that he's toxic. It's that a lot of Gen Zers that don't have like a father figure are looking at this guy like they look at Fortnite, and they go, "I want to be that when I grow up. I want to be rich and get bitches." And it's like, it's like, you stupid idiot. And it's like these 10-year-olds and 11-year-olds acting like this guy, and then they have to get put in their place. It's funny.
I would curb stomp.
But a lot of people don't like him because he's dangerous. He's a dangerous personality that you don't want around your kids. Because it's like, I don't want you to be like him because he's already in prison for human trafficking. Like,
no, man, I'm a dangerous thing. The little kids
we got a lot of messages. Fuck.
What?
Yeah, we got a lot of messages. I didn't see.
Where?
Oh, fuck. Hang on. Wait.
Holy fuck. What's going on?
I recommend watching Breaking Points. It's an independent news show on YouTube. They talk about the crisis that is going on with young men. Andrew Tate is very popular with young men. Yeah, see, that's what I was just saying.
He pretty much is trying to make men be men again. Yeah. Think of it as the opposite of feminism. Not saying he is right, but he has a lot of influence in some interesting points.
Yeah. So, I mean, men can be men without being toxic. Like, just because you're a man doesn't mean that you have to lift lumber and chew tobacco and punch women.
Well, no. I want quotes of what he said here.
Okay.
Just to prove if he's really that bad, because I feel like you're just getting your information off some fucking sub thing on Reddit.
I'm not.
And you're just going off of what somebody else says.
50 plus most outrageous quotes and controversial ones.
Are these quotes? Where are they at?
I'm looking for them. Give me a second. About my skill. I do not know how to administer CPR. However, I will not administer CPR unless you're a hot female. If you're some fat dude and you just had a heart attack, I don't really know you. You're going to die. No, not even if you're a friend. If you're my friend, you just can't be a pussy. Well, I had a heart attack. Get the fuck up. Fuck's wrong with you? Go hospital later. Have a drink, cigarette, cup of coffee. Back in the game. Fucking having heart attacks near me, you little pussy. Like that is hilarious because of how fucking stupid it sounds. It sounds like this.
Bro, let's be honest. Would you give CPR to a fat guy you didn't know, or would you give it to a hot girl? Let's be honest.
I do both.
No, you wouldn't.
I don't discriminate against saving somene's life.
Oh, so, shut the fuck up.
I mean,
you're so full of it.
Okay, well,
let's keep reading more of these. This guy's fucking. You know exactly what to expect from an enemy. An enemy is going to attack you, and you know how to deal with that. A friend, on the other hand, can betray you. Betrayal is much more worse than an attack from an enemy for two reasons. He's not wrong.
One, it catches you by surprise, and the second thing is your friend knows you well enough to know your weaknesses and knows exactly how to strike.
How is that toxic? That makes
that makes sense. I get it, but at the same time, you're basically saying that you're not going to let anyone get close to you because of your inability to
let's
trust.
talk about that, because that's a good point. It's no different than the Miley Cyrus song that fucking she just came out with. Like, I just saw, where is it? Like, Shapiro just fucking posted a thing about that, since we want to get in all this.
The masculine perspective is you have to understand that life is war. It's a war for the female you want. It's a war for the car you want. It's a war for the money you want. It's a war for the status. Masculine life is war. But are you not detecting the toxic masculinity in any of these quotes?
No.
He has a mental disorder. He doesn't.
And probably someone's gonna be like, "Well, if you don't see it, it's because you have it." No, I just don't.
This is like textbook narcissism.
Here, go down. Let me read this down here where it says, "Men who live without self-control are the kind of men who cry when their girlfriend cheats on them." Because she certainly does, because she doesn't respect the little crybaby, and she's only with you because she's ugly as fuck, and she has to settle for a little soy boy pussy like you. And I see this. If I was in this situation, I would toughen the fuck up. I mean, I just don't. Maybe he has a point.
No, he doesn't.
I don't know.
And that's the point.
I just
the
don't.
point is he doesn't have a point.
Listen, are you going to keep catering to kids to keep softer, or are you going to cater to kids to
on children? I think the most important thing anyone can do in their life is have children. When I speak to some of these feminists who are like, I don't want kids, I think you are the most miserable, stupid bitch in the world.
I can agree. I think some feminists are fucking over.
Well, some feminists are stupid. Yeah, I agree.
Really over
but
the top.
Some. He said he is saying some of these feminists.
Oh, well, here we go.
But he's specifically saying I don't want kids. I know heterosexual women that don't want kids. My cousin's wife doesn't want kids.
Oh, really?
Yes. It has nothing to do with yeah.
What?
Yeah, it has nothing to do with being a feminist or not.
Can she not have them?
No, that she can have them. She just chooses not to, and that's her choice. It's her body. Saying that I don't want kids doesn't mean that you're not a woman or that you're not
right. That's just a personal choice. You don't want to deal with fucking
but what I'm I mean we got to move on from this because it's almost 50
cares?
minutes.
We're fine. We're fine.
Oh.
Yeah, here's our mental health.
Oh, mental health. Depression is not real. Feeling depressed is not real. So you can feel depressed, but you feel depressed, and that is a natural biological evolution trigger for you to change something in your life. Okay,
that's your own mind telling you you're unhappy about X. If I went to jail today, which he is,
right,
I'd be depressed because I'm in jail. I haven't caught depression. I don't have a disease. I'm just upset with my situation. How's that? That's fair.
No, that isn't a clinical depression. That's just being depressed. Clinical depression is permanently depressed. All the time.
Jesus Christ.
You don't know the definition of clinical depression.
Same, but
you won't
different.
understand. This is an undereducated man. He doesn't understand things, and he's toxic, and he has a platform. That's why people don't like him.
Okay.
Andrew Tate quotes about money. There is an elite club that you're not in, and none of them people are arguing about the dumb shit you're. Okay, no, there's not. There's
Illuminati. That's the elite club he's talking about.
90% of people in the world aren't rich. Straight up. If you're looking at
this race thing, you feel like going on the street and marching. ... You need to drop that crap, get your money up, and transcend.
It's just oozing narcissism.
Black Lives Matter did it. Look at the mansion they got.
On people who don't drink alcohol,
that's not
you can say my life is less fun, but I still don't drink alcohol. That's fine. I accept that. But to sit there and say, oh, I don't need to drink, I have fun without drinking, then you're a fucking liar. There's all these things that he says, and
that's a veganism.
Yeah, there's veganism.
I want to hear that.
Why am I supposed to feel guilty for destroying an animal so that I can grow when every single thing that's ever existed ever has destroyed something else to grow? What I'm going to come along and be Mr. Nice Guy, and I'm gonna undo the laws of the universe. What?
You think because you sit there and eat tofu that you're somehow changing?
I don't believe growing trees destroys things to grow because they take water and photosynthesis to grow, and that's not hurting anybody. So that's just I don't know what I'm talking about.
I think he's like half and half. He's a
narcissist and he's undereducated. That's a dangerous person.
I mean, I just don't. He's got some things, and then he's got some other things that are like a little off.
Okay, whatever you gotta do to go to sleep
that's
at
my
night?
opinion, so respect it. I mean, you got your opinion. I don't know why you're getting all mad because
I'm not mad. I'm just saying, as a matter of fact,
agree with you.
As a matter of fact, that's what it is. Anyways, let's go ahead and go.
Oh no, I got another thing.
Shit, they're over here. Fuck.
Here's another talking point. Fuck the other two articles we had.
Oh god damn, it's playing.
We'll get back to that in a minute.
And we have to get to
where are we at with time?
We got like 10 minutes left.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
Stop. Calm down. We got time for another talking point. So, Ben Shapiro posted this on Facebook, and I want to get your opinion on it. So don't go all like, "Oh my god!" It's one way or the highway. But he did bring up a good point, and hopefully you can have an actual conversation. So he's talking about the Miley Cyrus song "Flowers," right? Have you heard it?
I haven't.
You haven't heard it?
I don't listen to new songs because a lot of them suck.
I like it, but it's so he quotes the top song in the country right now is "Flowers" by Miley Cyrus.
That's the top song.
The entire premise of the song is that loneliness is good, and the only person you ever need is yourself. And if your relationship is falling apart, that's good too. Breakup songs are a staple of the music industry. However, they used to be about how the relationship wasn't working out anymore, instead of broad statements about how the best person for you is you. Masturbation. Apparently, you can hold on. Apparently, let's go. Apparently, you can hold your own hand, write your own name in the sand, and talk to yourself like a crazy person, according to Miley Cyrus. Her song raises the question, why have a relationship in the first place? Relationships require you to exist outside yourself and not be self-absorbed and self-possessed. We also tend to believe that love in a relationship is some internal feeling existing inside one person. That is not the way it works. Love is built in the negotiated space between two people. You might think I'm making more of the song than most people when they listen to it. However, the primitive strike in Flowers is that you're better off alone, and if there's going to be somebody else, they have to accept everything about you without question. So we now have an entire society of lonely, isolated people. 60% of men say that they are no longer in a relationship. Some 40% of women say they are not in a relationship. People are not getting married. People are not having kids. People are not building families. And the question is, do they really seem happy to you? Miley Cyrus does not look like a particularly happy person. Her life story does not seem to be a happy one. Yet our cultural betters continue to push self-absorption,
Yeah.
and loneliness upon all of us.
So he's trying to correlate happiness with relationships?
Well, he's trying to say, well, what it sounds like to me is that he's getting to a point where it's like, how does it work? So a relationship works, right, in a way as in, I accept you for you, but not tired. You know, you have to, if there's two different people, right?
Okay.
And you're never going to see eye to eye, but you manage to work some things out to make the relationship work, right? Because no relationship is perfect.
Right. There's
so he's getting at the point that it's one of those, well, if you can't respect or take in every aspect of who I am as I am, then fuck you. I can hold my own hand. Like, goes back to the Miley Cyrus thing. Like, if you can't expect everything about me as is, then F you, you know what I mean? I can do my own I can love myself because you can't accept every bit of me.
Oh, so you're saying that the point he's trying to make is
that's my understanding of this.
Okay. And some of that makes sense. I mean, you can't always expect everyone to give up, you know,
right, but he's making it sound as in like
what my thing is you shouldn't be getting a relationship if you're not ready for one. And that usually means that you already love yourself. You're already happy with yourself, and you don't require someone else to make you happy.
Right.
Right. Going into a relationship like that is destined for failure. Because if you're saying, I need to take from you in order to make myself feel better, that is going to run out at some point.
Think about it this way, too. And you bring up a good point, but how many girls, I don't know if you knew any, but I remember in high school and even after high school, there was always girls that, it's because there's girls I knew about, that had to be in a relationship after one was done.
Oh yeah, because they weren't happy.
They weren't happy.
And they weren't ready for a relationship.
Like, well, not even that. It's just they couldn't be single. They had to like have somebody else.
I remember those girls just one boy after the next.
Yeah.
But it was guys were doing it too. But they're all wrong, right? Those people should have taken breaks and taken a step back and learned about themselves so that way they can go into their next relationship prepared for things. But they're kind of like, oh no, I lost my boyfriend. I can't go to the spring. What was it called again? Spring dance, spring formal.
Oh, spring
can't
formal.
go to the spring formal by myself. I'm gonna look like one of those lonely kids that go to drama club. I can't do that. And they need to have somebody a date in order to go and do stuff.
That's a good point, because you know what I mean? That's a good point, because I remember when we were in high school, we tried, right? We tried getting prom dates.
We did?
Yeah, we did.
Oh.
And we both got denied. But the funniest thing I found about that was, even though we got denied, we ended up dancing with like 2-3 chicks each, right?
Because they were by themselves too.
Yeah, when they were by themselves. But how many people did we see that were with like prom dates and they just sat down the whole fucking prom?
I remember that.
Do you remember that?
There was like probably 5 or 6 tables.
Everybody that had a couple that night just sat there. And meanwhile, here we were, got denied, rejected to be, as a prom date. But here we were dancing with like 3 other fucking girls, you know what I mean? Each, 3 each, So
I don't know. I mean,
it's funny, you know what I mean? How
and again, it circles back to how you feel about yourself. Like you got to be going into things prepared for stuff.
Right.
Anyways.
But what Shapiro's kind of getting at is the idea of now in today's world, is kind of what he's trying to say. Is there anything on Twitch? I'm sorry. How do you saw that earlier? Anyways,
I checked because
did you close it?
No, it's over here.
Oh,
nothing.
But what he's trying to get at is that I don't believe anybody should have accept. I know what he's trying to get at, because a lot of girls and guys both are. Well, fuck it. If they can't accept me for who the fuck I am, then why do they want to be with me? Fuck them. You know what I'm talking about?
Like they were in a relationship and then they stopped.
They were in a relationship, but there's just saw some things about him, called him out on it, and they get all like flustered about it because it's like, well, this is who I am, and if you can't accept it, then fuck you, Ashley. And it's like, Billy, you have anger issues and you punch me in the face.
Yeah,
and it's like,
you can't accept me for who I am.
Expect that.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, it is what it is. It's who I am.
Yeah.
And it's like,
see, that's different.
Fuck
though.
you.
Like that's something that you have to change about yourself.
Right.
Now.
But this is what he's talking about, that if they can't accept you for who you are,
so addicts,
fuck them and you're on your own and love yourself.
Addicts are people that haven't been able to do that in their life, so they just don't have practice changing. So if you are addicted to heroin or something, you can't accept me for who I am. I'm addicted to heroin.
You're tweaking in the fetal position in the corner.
Your fingernails are falling off and you're missing half your teeth. That's not a personality trait. That is you being an addict. I'm not going to accept an addict into my life.
Yeah, but that's what the whole thing was. Just like, well, if they can't accept you for being the meth addict, fuck them. You can always love yourself,
right? And it's like that's a different thing entirely. I'll say if you are bisexual, that might be something that you could accept, right? Because that's a sexuality.
Okay.
Or that I have some type of mental disorder of some kind. I'm not gonna say retarded or something, but clinical depression.
Special.
Right? That is a thing. You are taking meds for it, and you are operating like a normal human being. That's something that you could accept from somebody. Like, I can accept that you have that, and we will be fine. Right?
Right.
If you can't accept that, then you go, either it's their fault because they stopped taking their pills and now it's no longer the same person. They're always in bed crying and shit, right? That is something that you couldn't get through. Then you'd be like, I can't accept you for that, unfortunately.
Fair.
You know? And it's like, I can accept you at your, you know, medicated level.
Right.
I could accept a
Cynthia, stop beating me up.
I wouldn't accept you if you were you know, violent.
Fuck
right?
you, Ricky.
Like,
I'll get my own flowers and love myself. I'm a psycho bitch.
A big one is baggage. If you had a let's say like really, really bad experiences with relationships, and now you've put walls up, right? And the person that you like, you know, they're trying to get in and break those walls down so that they can get a relationship with you. But you still have some of those walls. Those are walls that you could accept and then say, okay, yeah, I know that's off limits. I accept that. I still like you. I still love you, that type of stuff. And then you move on. You can't do that with external things like violence or, you know, addictions and stuff like that. I'm not. Right. It's like I'm not gonna. I'm sorry. I know what addictions do to people, and that is not a path I want to go down. So I'm not going to accept that. You know. So it's about an hour.
Right so on. Far. Well, good for you, man. Yeah. At least you can keep track of time.
Are we really going to go through these videos?
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
Real quick, go to YouTube, open that trailer for me. We're going to close off the show with that trailer.
We're going to close it out?
Yeah. Okay. I want to get your opinion on this.
What is it again?
It's called Peter Pan and Wendy.
Oh, right. Okay.
Wow, not a lot of funny shit besides that fucking joke in the beginning, but... Perfect.
All right.
Let's go to videos.
I gotta rewind.
Oh, okay, here we go. So this is from a game show.
Okay.
I don't know what it is, but it looks like it's a person in a jumpsuit. And he has to go through the shape, right? He has to make the shape of some kind of silhouette and go, and then that's
yeah. I've seen that before.
This wall, right? Yeah.
And so you have to
here we have. It's a big fat person, and they have to do it.
She said, "Oh shit!
Oh crap!" And she was not girl.
Didn't even try.
Play it again.
I set her up for failure. But like, look at this shape. Like, look at her, right?
Her face.
She's enormous. She probably weighs like 450 pounds.
Oh my god!
And they want her to do a like ballerina stance, like standing on one leg, kind of like a flamingo, and then putting like that other leg behind your head. Like, I can't do that. Like, I'm not as big as her, and I can't do that shit. Like, no. They knew what they were doing. It was personal. See, look at that shit. They did her dirty. She should have said, "Oh yeah, I'm busted." I think like the Kool-Aid Man. Oh yeah.
Play. I want to hear her say, "Oh crap."
Look at her trying to do. She's just standing there with like her arm up.
He tried.
Like, this will work.
So bad.
Oh Jesus.
Oh man.
Okay.
All right.
What do we got here?
So okay,
we got some guys taking lefts.
Simulate a racetrack here. And a car rolls and almost.
Poor dude.
I think it hits the flagger.
Damn, he got hit with a bunch of.
It hits the flagger. So the car rolls and hits the flagger. Jesus Christ.
That would have sucked.
It does hit the flag guy, right?
After that shit happened, huh?
It does hit the flag guy, right?
Yeah, it did.
Damn.
Yeah, so some dude crashed and like his bumper like went up on the flag bearer.
Flag guy, I guess.
You know, thing, whatever it's called now. Oh Jesus. What is that? I think I've seen this one. She like falls.
It's a black lady. And she runs and hits like the bumper of a car.
She's probably trying to get like that insurance money.
Damn. So here is, I don't know what this is that, but there's a red light and a dump truck is about to come up and like say fuck it to the red light. And just destroys a car and just Jesus Christ.
Shit. Where did the car go?
Where did that car come from?
Came from that side over there. That car just vaporized.
Yeah, that thing got destroyed.
Gone. Oh, there it is. is. There it is. I saw it.
Holy shit! Look how
it
many
must have-
cars.
It like went off the edge of like
Jesus
the side. It looks
Christ.
like it might have been like Illinois or something.
I don't know where that's at.
What the fuck?
Oh, okay. So this
we
is
got,
a gal here, and she's gonna do. I think she's just twisting her head.
So it looks like there's two dark-skinned ladies.
Black.
Well, she doesn't look black. She looks Asian.
How dare you?
And one of them has like her hands
Wrapped around the other one's head.
the other girl's head, and like looks like she's gonna squeeze her head, like pop it like a zit, and then she's holding on to her arms.
And she's
so it's like a
watching
dance?
something, and then she starts twisting her body. Ah!
Yo, I'd be so scared. Please don't paralyze me. Yo, that was
That's creepy.
yeah. I was like I was
does
doing this
like
the whole
an
time.
owl
I was like
thing.
this. Like you're gonna
Oh, when
paralyze
she
her.
falls to the ground, I wasn't noticing she's doing a split. I thought she was dying.
So this guy's carrying a smoothie to his truck outside, and he's trying to unlock his door, and his kids are running up. He's hit in the face. Kid's like, oh, I wasn't paying attention, so now I'm on the ground crying. Okay, cool.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what happened?
Oh,
Let me refresh it.
what's going on here?
Oh, I guess the content's not available. Whatever it was. That's unfortunate.
What the fuck?
Oh, I already got that one.
That one. Oh,
Okay.
This is
oh, have you? Oh,
he went to slam dunk it, and the fucking basketball comes back, and he hits it so hard it pops right on his. Like the basketball ends up on his.
have you
head.
never seen this video before?
No,
This video is obviously CGI.
no, it's not.
Yes, it is. It's photoshopped.
Push play.
He's just really good at it. See?
What are we looking?
And
at?
now it's a cartoon ball on his head.
No, it's not.
That's
Here.
Look, watch. Look at that. That
doesn't
fake.
look CGI to
That's
me at
fake.
all.
It's CGI.
No, it's not.
It is.
There's a guy on a scooter, and he's doing cool fucking tricks. He wants to be the next Tony Hawk of scooters. Oh, these are compilations
Oh, fuck that kid.
of skaters fucking up children. Get that fucking little kid out of that skate park. Oh, it landed on that. Dumb kid in their scooters. Oh my god.
Kids at the skate park are a lot like chihuahuas at the dog park. You know they're going to get fucked up if people just let them run around anyway.
Yeah. That's fair. I mean, the amount of grown adults doing this nowadays is shocking to me.
Why?
Because they see like how, you can make some money doing some like extreme sports, like I guess extreme scootering, even though that wasn't a thing until like the
Late
the
90s, early 2000s.
Yeah. I mean, scooters in general until like the late 80s, but like, I guess extreme scootering is a thing now. So this guy's like,
Scootering? Is that even the right word
this
for
guy's
it?
like on a rail and he's treating it like it's a skateboard and just fucking runs into some kid.
Well, the kids are the ones that fuck it up too.
Well, yeah, but they're not
Like,
paying
let's play
attention.
this again. Like, let's watch these dumb little kids do their shit.
Let's move on. I want to
being
watch.
a little
I wanna,
bitch,
no, I want to
man.
watch
Come
this, dude.
on.
I want to watch this. Oh,
All right, so this is a new trailer
it's
for
an official
Disney
trailer.
Plus. It's called Peter Pan and Wendy. You know, I want to get the Disney expert here's opinion. Hey, real quick,
Okay.
did G-Fan say anything else
Oh shit.
before we end the show with this?
Nope.
No. Okay.
Okay, so next we are watching the Peter Pan and Wendy official
I wanna
trailer.
get your opinion
We're gonna
on
see
this.
if we like this or not.
Let's see.
Okay, so we're Neverland. Okay, so Sparkle.
How did you come?
Oh, it's a vampire. It's a Twilight vampire. Why is she so old? Is it Wendy supposed to be like 12 or 13?
Are you?
Los boys.
Every last one of us. But you're not all boys. So?
Because we got
Where is
included
this
both
place?
girls.
It's home.
Peter found it. Just like he found all of us.
It's like he found me.
Is Peter Pan Asian?
Were you expecting someone else?
So Tinkerbell's black.
Yeah, Tinkerbell's black,
Peter
but
Pan is
I
Asian.
actually like.
What you say, boys? You ready for picture. It looks very far away.
It's closer than anything.
Is Peter Pan like a little Mexican boy?
What is it that you're afraid of, my love?
Perhaps I don't want to grow up.
Hold the past in your heart.
But where you go from here?
I'm gonna pause that really fast. She said, "Perhaps I don't want to grow up." It's like, well, jumping off a roof will tend to make you not grow up.
Well,
You.
Wendy, Moira, Angela, darling. Where is Peter Pan?
Oh shit! It's Oh, she's flying now. Okay, I'm so glad that's on Disney Plus because that seems like a direct-to-video type of movie. It looks like I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10, which is
I think I don't like.
the ratings that I give.
I
It
don't like-
starts at 6. If it's below a 6, it's a bad
I
movie.
feel like they could have find somebody else for the Wendy character
I mean, it's too late for that.
and the Peter Pan one. Too.
I mean, I think all the characters. I mean, I don't.
They look
I
like
don't even know how I feel about
teenagers.
Hook because you know who that actor is, right?
no.
That actor, he's in a lot of shit. I can't remember his name. For
You
some
know who
reason.
I think did Captain Hook really good as a live action? The guy who played Captain Hook on that Robin Williams movie.
Yeah, it's
that
called Hook. Yeah,
He
I like
played
that
it off so like he was like the cartoon version, like nailed it. His name is Jude Law.
Oh yeah, Jude Law. There you go.
Yeah.
So yeah, Jude Law is in a lot of fucking movies and TV shows. Like it's crazy. Sherlock Holmes, Fantastic Beasts. He's Dumbledore.
I'm gonna have a whole moment now.
King Arthur. I've never seen that one. He was in Gattaca, Enemy at the Gates.
I'm beginning to think if it goes into
Oh yeah, he was in Artificial Intelligence. Have you ever seen that movie?
no,
He was
Jesus,
he was a prostitute actually.
right on.
Plastic Dick.
Good for him. Plastic dicks.
Contagion. I don't remember him in Contagion.
I'm beginning to think though that if it's going to Disney Plus, it's garbage. Pinocchio and fucking Disney Plus.
Okay.
And I don't know about you, but I watched part of it and I was just like, what the
Sam
fuck
said the
is this?
same thing, and I got all the way through it. It was a little different from the animation, but it was a lot longer, so there's a little bit more detail in each scene.
But they could have stuck to the story there and like fucking extended out a bit too.
It ended roughly the same. Like there wasn't much of a difference.
I was watching, I was like, isn't this a fucking whale? And they're like, it's a monster. And I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, it's a whale. And there's like a bunch of ships in the whale's mouth.
And then the fairy was like,
Yeah, I mean,
I thought that was fucking RuPaul for a second.
drag show. The donkey part was not as traumatizing in the live action one. The cartoon one from the 50s, that shit was scary.
Here's the other thing too.
They scare the shit. You've seen Animal Farm, right?
Yeah, I love that fucking
that
movie.
shit was traumatizing.
It is
as
fucking
fuck.
traumatizing. The pigs look like horrible things that have
Yeah,
diseases.
they look like they're gonna eat you, like they're cannibals.
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Anyways.
That movie is fucking dark, but
Yeah.
it's so well done.
Yeah.
Um,
It was supposed to scare you out of communism. That's why.
I'm gonna tell you.
I'm serious.
So here's my dilemma, and it's not really much a dilemma, but I understand if they want to do black people for certain like original characters. That's okay.
you're talking
So
about.
I'm talking about like the Tinkerbell here. I think it's like it works out because she looks like the Tinkerbell
Right.
and she's cute like
She's
Tinkerbell.
small, you know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the Little Mermaid girl they're getting for that does not look cute to me at all.
Her face kind of looks like a fish.
She
dude.
looks like she does. She does.
She kind of fits the role though.
No,
because of the fish face.
No,
Yeah.
but she's not like pretty, and I'm like, they could have gotten like a prettier black girl to play it. Instead, they got some bitch
So-
that's like, what? She looks like fucking Sid from Ice Age.
No, she doesn't.
Yes, she does,
No,
Josh.
look. Where is this?
like
I'm trying to find. This one's a good one. She does not look like
Yes,
Sid
she
from
does.
Ice Age.
Honest to God, bro, I can put my 4 fucking fingers right between her eyes, and there'll be a perfect gap.
Her eyes are just
bro.
wide apart.
Yeah, which makes her look like a
I'm gonna
fish.
say this. I'm gonna say this.
I could have gone a prettier fucking girl.
I don't think that she's unattractive. I can recognize beauty, and that's not ugly. Okay.
She's not the greatest looking either.
I didn't say she was.
Ariel's a pretty cartoon. They could have gotten a prettier fucking person. Just saying.
What's her fucking name?
Who?
The golfer one.
Well, no, you don't want to go like
No, I know,
plastic.
Huh?
You don't want to go plastic.
She like plastic.
Paige Sporanic.
Paige Sporanic. There you go. That wasn't plastic.
Look at Paige Sporanic.
Oh my god. I want to see her most recent images.
I want to say she can pull it off as the Little Mermaid for being like 40. Well, they're gonna have to do something about those boobs.
Oh Jesus Christ! Oh, yeah. The Little Mermaid is just that.
They
like she's supposed to.
They could have gotten a prettier person.
So, and that's the thing. They had to actually specially craft her outfit because she wears seashells, not bee shells.
And those are words of wisdom. Good night, everybody. Yeah,
Anyways.
I could see her being.
I could see her being anything.
Yeah,
you want.
she could have pulled it off.
Oh, I know she could.
Yeah, she could.
can.
She got a pretty smile. Just put the red hair on there, and she could. Paige Sporanic could have been the Little Mermaid.
Anyways,
It's better than this fish-eyed girl.
I mean,
No, they could have gotten a prettier person.
again,
they could
it
have.
doesn't really matter.
They
She's
could've.
supposed to represent a 15-year-old
could've.
fish girl.
But still, they could have gotten someone prettier for the role.
Anyways, but yeah, no, Peter Pan and Wendy, I'm probably gonna give it like a 6 out of 10.
You haven't even watched it yet.
It looked bad. It almost looked bad.
Yeah.
It looked like I was gonna waste my time.
The Captain Hook from fucking Hook with Robin Williams, I think nailed it.
Yeah, I do too, because he got the intimidating, suspenseful, mixed with like the comedic.
Like, even look it up.
What?
And like compare the cartoon version with that Hook version, and then this one. This one looks like Captain Barbados decided to cut his fucking. You know what I'm talking about or not?
I do. Let me
see here.
Where the fuck is he?
I think you passed it. It's more closer towards the end. You can look it up. Just look up Jude Law as Captain Hook.
Where is Peter Pan?
There you go.
I just don't.
Yeah, he kind of looks like Ebenezer Scrooge
Not even
in this frame, with like that sock hanging off his head, his nightgown, you know.
Yeah, I guess.
Anyways, let's go ahead and close it up.
I guess.
But yeah, that's
all right. Well, that's that, everybody.
Any words of wisdom for our viewers?
No. Oh my gosh. Did you really buy a book?
No, I didn't.
You're a liar. Yeah, Josh. Any words of wisdom?
Yeah, I'm looking for one.
This makes me want to go find the book of stupid thank you notes from Jimmy Fallon that I bought years ago.
So you don't have any words of wisdom? Then?
Yeah, here we go. Okay. Here, I'll do one and then you do one, right? This is off a book,
yeah.
So here we go. It's going to be in Jimmy Fallon's thank you note letters way. Thank you, girls' ponytails, for reminding me that you look like the back end of a horse. Good night, everybody. We got the roots. I don't know. That was garbage.
All right. So, yeah, words of wisdom for you here, viewers. Why couldn't the bicycle stand up on its own?
Why?
Just because it was too tired. Good night, everybody. We're having a good one.
Oh, God.